is visibly escalating outside of this venue. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Looking now at some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Rizushea and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Okongwu in at the center position. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's MP in at the 1. So, Brent, when you talk about this matchup, what stands out the most to you?
Well, the amount of stars that both of these teams have accumulated, that gets me pretty excited. These are the type of games that for fans, they love to see the star power shine, and you never know. That expected greatness could be on display for us here tonight.
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And as we get deeper into the season, MP's let it be known that he intends to get his hands on the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Well, he plays with a lot of pride, and we've seen that all season. But as much as individual goals matter, he's got to keep in mind that the best way to show his worth is to help the team win. And no point in accumulating individual accolades if your team hasn't had success. Winning still needs to be the #1 priority.
And let's go over to David Aldridge, who has something to say about MP. DA, take it away.
Thanks, Kev. We are deep into the season, and MP is in the thick of the Rookie of the Year race. I asked him if he felt any pressure, and he said, "No way, I'm just here to win. Individual awards are just the icing on the cake." He may be young, but he's already focused on the right things. Guys?
Good stuff, DA. Great stuff, in fact. Gotta love that team-first mindset of MP.
You got to expect Johnson to take his shots from outside when he has them.
And you talk about a guy taking a leap. Jalen Johnson took huge steps forward in his 3rd NBA season.
Kevin, how many times have we seen it where a really talented young player is playing on a team that has star power? And so naturally, they're able to settle into the role they're going to play. That is what has happened with Jalen Johnson. I expect him to take another leap forward this season.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's McDaniels. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Rizushea in the game against Toronto. Very impressive. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Randle with a screen for MP. He gets that one.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Pass to Rizushea. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
MP passes to Randle over Johnson. And there's Randle on the assist by MP. MP's got 3 assists in the game. Now Rizushea. Johnson surveying the floor. Young with the ball. Now defended by Randle. Shot clock at 6. Goes up from the top of the key. Shot's good from Young.
Well, Trae Young's dangerous because he's got that confidence and he's ready to shoot anytime he gets it.
And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21. That was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Here's Johnson following the basket by MP. Back to Young. This one for 3. Again, Young missing.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
The Hawks trail by 7. Young, right side, over MP. Again, Young missing.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
And 1:01 left in the first. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Back to Young. It's hauled in by MP.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And he gets the bucket.
Battling in the paint, MP not letting himself get pushed around.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Down low. Shot to stop the run. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
Yeah, even when it comes to matchups where it looks like one side should be the clear favorite, those brief 2-game series often end 1-1.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And so it's Minnesota, 13 points up at the end of the period. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be right back after this. And welcome back to the second. Minnesota making some changes. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Randall. Clark comes in for Alexander Walker. And MP subbed in for Mike Conley. The Hawks trail by 6. On the court for Atlanta, Larry Nance out there with Okongwu. Then it's Daniels. Then it's Johnson, and it's Strus in at the 2-guard spot. Daniels with it, covered by MP. Strus's shot is good.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against Denver delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 26 points, and he got lots of great looks. He's shooting it at a high clip. A performance like that makes you hungry for more. We're looking to follow that up tonight. Guys?
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Stolen by Reed. No good. Shot missing. Nance with some nice D. The Hawks trail by 3. 1:12 left now here in the second. Okongwu with the screen for Strus. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Minnesota's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. And the basket by MP.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Here is Daniels following the basket by MP. Okongwu kicks to Johnson. Back to Okongwu. 4 on the clock. Here's Daniels. Reed with the block. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Minnesota making some changes. Daniels, he's checked in for Reed. And it's Edwards in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Rizachet checked in. Now, here's MP. 14 points for him, and they get it back. McDaniels, good on the three-point shot. McDaniels got 7 points in the game.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
Rizachet with it. Hasn't made one yet. Johnson with a screen on Clark. The Hawks again can't hit. And so that's the end of the first half. Timberwolves lead by 8. From Target Center, back in a moment.
Dominant performance from this offense. As a fan, you just have to admire it and see what they're doing.
Yeah, they're hitting. And next, a look at some of the possible participants. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's MP in at the point guard. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Now for an update on Trae Young's injury. Let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. I got some news from the Hawks head athletic trainer. The belief right now is that it's a high ankle sprain. Now, they're still running tests, but the swelling is making that a little more complicated. Right in the thick of the season, this is a major blow. We'll see how this group of players responds going forward. Back to you guys.
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, great, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
Brent, one thing we've seen these days, three-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not? That's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. Using his athleticism, MP with the play.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Here is Daniels, covered by MP. Okongwu with the screen for Rizachet. Atlanta again missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's MP. Softly drops in the floater. MP's got 9 points in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here is Daniels, covered by MP. Okongwu against Gobert. Daniels from outside. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got 4 rebounds now tonight. MP, and he drops in the layup off the glass. MP's got 11 in the second half.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Some changes for Minnesota. He comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Randall. And the Hawks making a change here. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Krejci passes to Johnson to end the cold streak. Nice touch on the bank shot. Johnson's got 5 now.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
MP dishes to Edwards. DiVincenzo kicks to MP. Reed with a screen for MP. Reed gets the bucket. 7 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Strus. And the 3 off target.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
A shot by McDaniels, no good.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Timberwolves leading by 19 points. DiVincenzo finds MP. Reed with a screen for MP. And MP throws it down hard.
Oh, putting on a show with that dunk. MP just attacking the rim.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Hawks trail by 21. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Strus. 11 points in the game. Johnson with a screen on DiVincenzo.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so it's MP making things happen for Minnesota. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll return shortly. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Matthews. Max Strus is out there with George Niang. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Krejci in at the point.
That's just too easy for MP.
Pass to Capella. Now, here's Strus, defended by Alexander Walker.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Randall is screen on Matthews. Here's MP, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Pass to Capella. Strus with it. Outside Matthews. Just 5 on the clock. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds in this game. Randall a screen on Matthews. MP passes to Conley. Back to MP. Releases. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And that's now 33 points for MP.
Well, having that solid jump shot is really a big part of the appeal with MP. A jumper he can keep improving on.
Krejci passes to Strus. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Now, here's Strus. No good on the 3. Here's Alexander Walker. Defended by Strus. MP, no good. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Atlanta Hawks. And they get it back. Latrey sinks the three-pointer.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Timberwolves leading by 19 points. Conley the pass to MP. Randall with a screen for MP. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Clark comes in for Alexander Walker. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley. Pass to Rizichet. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Daniels. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, the athleticism there on display from Daniels. That's fun.
MP deciding where to go with it. It's blocked. Strus with it. Guarded now by Clark. Pass to Daniels. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Now Rizichet. Okongwu with a screen on MP. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Randall with a screen for MP. To the paint. And there's Randall on the assist by MP. MP's got assist number 7 for him tonight. The Hawks trail by 21.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Randall with a screen for MP. Tries it from 19. A rebound by Johnson.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Okongwu kicks to Daniels. From past the arc. that shot off. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.